The night was still. A thick fog covered the African village, and only the sound of insects filled the air. Near the last hut of the settlement, an old woman sat outside, stirring a small pot of herbs. She whispered to herself, her eyes scanning the dark fields. Everyone in the village feared the forest after sunset. They said something lived there, something that laughed like a man, but tore flesh like a beast. The hyena. One evening, a young boy named Kofi returned late from the river. His mother scolded him. "Why did you stay so long? Do you not hear the warnings? The forest belongs to the hyena at night." Kofi looked down. "I was helping my friend. He lost his fishing net." The mother's voice softened, but her fear did not fade. "Never stay after dark again, my son. The hyena hunts those who wander." That night, Kofi could not sleep. From the cracks of their hut, he watched the moonlight stretch across the fields. And then he heard it. A laugh. A dry, chilling laugh. "Hey, he!" The sound grew closer. Kofi froze. Something heavy brushed against the hut walls. His heart raced, and then silence. The next morning, the villagers woke to screams. One of the hunters had been found in the fields, his body torn apart, his face frozen in horror. The elders gathered under the great baobab tree. One of them spoke. "This beast is no ordinary hyena. It is cursed. Long ago, a man broke a sacred law, and the spirits punished him, turning him into this creature. He roams the night, hungry for human souls." Another elder added, "We must perform the old ritual, but we need someone brave to step into the forest, to lure the beast." Silence fell. No one dared to speak. 3 days passed. More animals disappeared. Then another villager vanished. The fear grew. One evening, when the moon was red and swollen, Kofi sat with his grandfather. The old man looked into the fire and said, "Do you know why the hyena laughs, boy?" Kofi shook his head. "Because once he was a man, and laughter was his pride. He mocked the poor. He mocked the sick. He mocked the spirits themselves. When the gods cursed him, they left him only his laugh, so he would forever remind the world of his cruelty." The fire cracked. Shadows danced on the old man's face. Kofi whispered, "Is there no way to stop him?" The grandfather sighed. "Perhaps, but the price is heavy." That night, Kofi decided he would face the hyena. Kofi told no one. He slipped into the forest with only a spear. The trees loomed high, and the air was thick. Every sound felt alive. The rustling leaves, the snapping branches, the whispers of the night. Then it came, that laugh. "Hey, he!" The beast emerged. Its body was larger than any hyena Kofi had ever seen. Its eyes glowed red, its teeth long and sharp. Kofi raised his spear. His hands trembled. The hyena circled him, still laughing. And then, to Kofi's shock, it spoke. "You are brave or foolish, little one." Kofi's breath caught. "What are you?" The hyena's laugh echoed. "I was a man once, a man who thought himself greater than gods. Now I hunger forever. I cannot stop. I cannot die." Kofi gripped his spear. "Then I will end you tonight." The hyena lunged. The spear struck, but the beast was too fast. It bit the wood in half and threw Kofi to the ground. Pinned under its weight, Kofi could feel its hot breath on his face. The beast whispered, "Do you know why I kill? Because I must. With every soul I take, my curse grows stronger, and soon your village will belong to me." Kofi shut his eyes, waiting for death. But suddenly, a deep voice rang out. "Enough!" It was the old woman from the village, the herbalist. She stood in the clearing, holding a staff wrapped with charms and feathers. The hyena hissed. "You witch!" The woman raised her staff. "Your curse ends tonight." The hyena roared and charged at her, but with a swing of her staff, she struck the ground, releasing a burst of fire and smoke. Kofi crawled away as the beast howled. The old woman chanted in a tongue Kofi did not understand. Symbols glowed in the air. The hyena writhed, its laugh turning into a scream. And then it collapsed. The forest grew quiet. Kofi whispered, "Is it dead?" The old woman shook her head. "Number such curses do not die, but it is bound for now." Kofi asked, "For how long?" She looked at him with tired eyes. "Until someone else feeds it with their fear." When Kofi returned to the village, the people gathered around him and the old woman. She warned them, "The curse sleeps, but it is not gone. Teach your children respect, humility, and courage. for the hyena's laugh may return one day. The villagers nodded, their faces pale with fear. That night, as Kofi lay in his hut, he still heard it, a faint laugh. Hey, hey. He sat up, his heart pounding. Was it just the wind, or was the curse waiting? Deep in the dark, the moon shone through the cracks, casting shadows that looked like teeth on the walls. And somewhere far in the forest, the hyena's laughter echoed again.